Hello and welcome back to Spare Time Gardening with me, Simon. And this weekend we've got quite a few jobs that we need to be cracking on with. So what we're going to do is going to clean out the greenhouse, the mini greenhouse that's just behind us there. Get that cleaned out, washed down and deodorized, and get rid of all the fungus and the bacteria so we can start the growing season properly. We're also going to tackle the bush on the front, I'll show you that in a second, and a bit of a general tidy up of the borders and also the grass and hedges. So let's have a look at what we need to tackle, shall we? So for the greenhouse, we've been storing dahlia tubers. They seem to have stored really well. Just need to get those out. We've been storing the geraniums. Those need to come out now, but they're looking all right. Remember, we've got the strawberries that we potted on, and we've got some begonias down here as well. But it just wants a bit of a tidy out, so everything out. In fact, if you have a look up there, we've got some begonia tubers. They look like they might be bursting back into life. We stored those last year. But all wants taken out, washing down, a bit of Jace fluid, and then we're going to put a smoke bomb in there just to get rid of any of the bacteria and mould and fungus that might have stored over winter, so we can use it effectively for this year. Let's have a look at the other jobs we need to crack on with today, shall we? So another job that we're going to do is we're going to tackle this bush. This bush is just in a nice brick planter. What we're going to do is take it out. We're going to repot and replant with a camellia. This has got holly in here as well. There's a few grape hyacinths right at the front there. What we're going to do is take the whole thing out and then repoint the wall, make it look nice, replant it with some camellia bushes, and then we can underplant with some nice annual summer bedding plants as well. And another job on our list is this side border. Just wants a bit of a tidy up. Bit of a weed, deadhead the daffodils that have now gone over, cut back some of the verbena, just so I can have a fighting chance for this year. But just a general tidy up there of that border. And if I just spin you around onto the front, grass wants cutting, daffodils deadheading, borders weeding. Again, just a general tidy up. We're going to cut back this bush. The hydrangea there just wants levelling off, same height as the bush there. One in the middle, the laurel looks all right. And again, just a tidy up of these hedges, just to make them neat for the start of the growing season. So, a lot of weekend jobs ahead of us. So I better roll up her sleeves and crack on. So that's the greenhouse emptied of overwintering plants, pots, and everything else that we've just chucked in the greenhouse just to store over winter. So now we're going to get it washed down with some Jace fluid, get it all disinfected, and then we'll chuck the smoke bomb in there. So that's the greenhouse all washed out with some Jace fluid. I'm going to fumigate it now with a greenhouse fumigator. So it comes in a tin. You've got this little capsule in here. We'll just take that off, and then you just set fire to the wick in top, and then it just gives out a bit of a smoke, which then disinfects. It's an insecticide, so it just kills, any creepy crawly insects, flies, mosquitoes. Treats the greenhouse, gets rid of any germs and stuff that might be in there. So I'm going to pop it on top of this pot, and then we'll light it, and it'll fill with smoke for a few seconds, and then just leave it, and then we're all done. So as I said, it's all set up in position now. Took the lid off. You just set fire to the wick, and then it will burn down, fill the greenhouse with smoke, and kill any nasties that are in there and diseases, so that we can protect our young plants for the growing season. So let's light it. There you go. Now we can just zip it up and leave it. Off we go. So far, a bit of progress. Weeded down here, weeded the edge, weeded the borders, weeded around the laurel. Also took the weeds up in there, looking nice and neat. weeded around the border of the bush, not trimmed any of the hedges yet. That'll be a job for later or tomorrow. This is the side border, all weeded. Looking neater now. Put back the verbena. Get some strong growth. Also weeded the driveway. So weeded and done. Sounds a bit more progress. That's the big bush taken down. Just got to dig this root out. Once the root's been dug out, put some camellias in there and some nice bedding plants. But just make it look a bit different now. So that's the plant and holly dug out of the planter, taking the coping stones off as they were seen better days. I managed to dig out all the root. That's going to make a lovely bed. I'll put some camellias in there and then some nice bedding plants around it. That's the all the root I managed to get out. Not a bad couple of hours work.